should they or shouldn't they? That is the question. And I'm talking about the Labour government who made a manifesto pledge that they would lower the age of voting to 16. And this is what they're saying they want to do. So do you think this is a good thing or a bad thing? Now, before we sort of plunge into it, if you could give me a follow and like and repost this video, that would be fantastic. And I'd also love you to put your comments to this, because I'm sure many people will have a view. Now, let me start just with my view on this. If you have teenagers who are educated sufficiently in what politics is about, the importance of politics, the difference their vote could mean, why they need to look at manifestos and really listen to, all the hype that surrounds the general election before they make their mind up. And I strongly believe a good education would require debates and investigation into certain things and why something's happened and why it's gone wrong and so on. There is no easy answer whoever you vote for, and often people vote in the way that their parents do, until perhaps they can make an informed decision on their own. And sometimes that does come through the experiences of life. But equally, this is their futures that we are voting on. So potentially, I think they do have a right to make a vote. But an uninformed vote would be a waste. I think we could probably all agree with that. And of course, that goes for adults too. Politics is not everyone's cup of tea. And lots of people vote because of the way their families do, or because they like someone, or they like a sort of an MP or whoever would be the next leader, and they're not necessarily thinking about the politics behind it. So it is absolutely important that young people are given the education to help them understand what it all means. Now, certainly Keir Starmer is keen for this to take place. And obviously there's a long way to go before the next general election. But he did make a statement in the BBC News article, and I thought it was a bit strange, because he said effectively that if young people are paying into the system, if they're out working and they are paying their taxes, then they should have a right. But what does that mean in terms of people who are not working? Perhaps they've left school and they just can't get a job. So, I think we have to be very careful of this, and this is something that perhaps we need to keep our eye on, because it's not clear at the moment. But I'm sure more will come about. Now, certainly I know Ed Davey has reported saying that he is quite keen for younger people to be able to have that right to vote. Nigel Farage of Reform surprisingly said no, he doesn't agree with it, even though he feels he would benefit strongly from it. Of course, Nigel. So what do you think? Do you think it is a good thing for this extra 1.5 million new voters to be able to have their say at the polling stations? I'd love to hear your comments on this, because this looks like it will come in, even though it has to go through Parliament first. So there is a long way with this, and we'll hear more about it, of course, as it happens. But do let me know your thoughts.